A spectrum from innocent to nefarious. Noncompliance always falls somewhere along that spectrum. And that's a good way to think about your compliance program. How does it prevent and detect innocent to nefarious noncompliance? Take conflicts of interest. At the innocent end, an employee has a side hustle. Doesn't even cross their mind as a conflict, so they don't disclose it. But on the nefarious end, you might have an employee that's routing company spend through a vendor their family member owns. Same category, completely different intent and impact. How about third parties? At the innocent end, someone hires a vendor without proper research into their bona fides or overpays for their services. But at the nefarious end, a sham third party becomes a vehicle for bribes, kickbacks, or embezzlement. And gifts and hospitality, at the innocent end, a meal slightly over policy, or maybe repeated meals that create the appearance of influence. But at the nefarious end, those same channels are used to improperly influence decisions or disguise bribes. So, what does a strong compliance program do? It covers the entire spectrum. First, policies define expectations. Then training reinforces them and educates. Then controls guide behavior. COI disclosure processes, gifts and hospitality, pre-approvals, third-party due diligence. These allow employees to reconsider their decisions and guide them, and maybe even course correct from an innocent mistake. And they then allow for oversight by managers, legal, and others for a second level of protection against innocent noncompliance. That's how you manage the innocent end. Monitoring then kicks in to tackle the nefarious end. Using AI and analytics to monitor transactions to uncover hidden conflicts, like matching employee and vendor details. For example, a third party who has the same address as an employee. Or using AI to detect unusual payments or patterns to third parties that just don't make sense, to monitor for sketchy third-party relationships. And then monitoring expenses at scale to spot behavior that no human reviewer can really review. Employees can be good at bypassing controls on that nefarious end, and pre-approvals and other things won't stop them. So monitoring is really tremendously important. And then hotline is a backstop for that when you miss everything from your controls. So if you're designing a program for the first time or auditing a mature program, it's always helpful to think about how your specific risks play along that whole spectrum from innocent to nefarious, and to make sure you have a program that's robust across that spectrum.